This is show 90 of the Cloth Diaper podcast, and this is the episode How to Cloth Diaper, part of our Cloth 101 series. Hi, my name is Bailey. I'm a cloth diaper educator, consultant, and podcaster. For over 5-6 years, this podcast has been around for 3 to 4, but I have been in this industry and space for a long time, learning, sharing, and most importantly, listening to the stories being told. In 2020, I wrote a book, Cloth Diapers, The Ultimate Guide to Textiles, Washing, and More, to support you in answering those FAQs and basic questions. It's a no-rules approach to cloth diapering to help you understand the basics and make a decision that really works for you. I don't believe in rules, and it probably goes against a lot of what other industry niches say. That's because over the years, I've learned that cloth diapering works differently for different people, and that a lot of times, rules stress us out. Rules can be a great way to learn, but they can also be a great way to overwhelm and make parents want to abandon ship when they don't know what else to do. I truly believe at the bottom of my heart that you are capable of problem solving, and that if you are given the knowledge to make choices and feel empowered and informed, that you can do it. I don't think we need to treat adults with baby white gloves. I think that we can tell you what needs to be told, and you are capable of making an informed decision when engaged with and you know the whole story. Anyways, that was a little bit of a tangent. I hope that you check out my book if you're learning for more ways to cloth diaper. A lot of these Cloth 101 episodes have a 102 version available that provides some more further in-depth. The Cloth Diaper podcast has a limited membership option that allows you to access some additional resources and continue to support the podcast and the space. If you're looking for that information and more, visit theclothdiaperpodcast.com, and you can find me on almost all social medias: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. All right, today's conversation is how to cloth diaper. And this is like a vague, where do I even start kind of question. First of all, there is no right or wrong way to cloth diaper. If your child is happy and healthy and doesn't have a sore tush, you're doing it right. If cloth diapering is sustainable for your family, meaning that it doesn't overwhelm you, it doesn't make you hate life, and you found a routine that really works for you, then you are doing it right. There is no right or wrong way to cloth diaper. There is just a lot of diverse different ways to approach it. Cloth diapering can look like a part-time, it can look like full-time, it can look like only when I'm camping, only when this situation, or it could be just part of your everyday life. There's no right or wrong way to cloth diaper. So that's the first groundwork that we really need to lay down. The second one is, where are we talking about with this? Are we talking about like, how do you put the diaper on? How do you assemble the diaper? Are we talking about how you wash it? And maybe for a lot of you joining us today, you want answers to all of those questions. So to start off with, you can listen to Cloth 101, What is a Cloth Diaper? And when it comes to putting that diaper on baby, it is as simple and straightforward as a disposable diaper. You got a little finicking, like we want to make sure that the diaper sits snug in the leg creases. We want to make sure that it is sized accordingly. And I definitely would recommend that you watch some fit tip videos on YouTube. You reach out to your brand, or you find I have some fit tips on Instagram as well. And it will really kind of show you some best practices for making sure that you get the best possible fit possible. But at the end of the day, what my best advice about fit is that it really comes down to practice makes perfect. You know what? I had a lot of leaky diapers during my cloth diaper days, and it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means that you're in this learning process, and it really does take trial and error as you practice. Motherhood, parenting is all a bunch of learning new things, and you're not going to do it perfectly the first time. And that doesn't mean cloth diapering is bad, and it doesn't mean you're a bad parent. It just means that you're learning. We stumble before we learn. And I think you'll probably learn a lot of that through the next couple of years as you learn to parent. Cloth diapering is only as complicated as you make it. And I like to really practice this let's keep it simple approach to diapering. So keep it simple, continue to practice, and treat yourself with a lot of grace and kindness. Reach out to people for support. Cloth diaper brands, cloth diaper manufacturers, and brand ambassadors, content and creators, we all want you to really succeed at cloth diapering. And if you come into our DMs, we'll try to find a way to make it work. The next thing I thought maybe you guys would want to know about when it comes to the how of cloth diapering really comes down to this how to wash it. I didn't want this to be a full-on wash routine video, but I thought that we could talk about the super simple nitty-gritty basics of washing cloth diapers. Because first of all, nobody's putting poop in their washing machine. And second of all, if we start with the basic foundation of it, I think that we can really kind of amplify and grow it. So the thing about wash routines is that everybody has their own take on it because everybody's had their own experience. Every cloth diaper science-based group or laundry routine group exists because that's been their experience. My experience has been, over the last 5 or 6 years, I have chatted with parents around the world, and I know that there isn't really a rhyme or reason to what's going on out there. But not everybody has. A lot of people start out their wash routines because they got overwhelmed and they couldn't figure it out. And so they made a worksheet, they made a guideline, they made some rules. And then the problem lies is when they start enforcing those rules for everybody. Not all wash routine rules work for everybody because at its core, laundry is influenced by multiple different factors, some of which are incredibly hard to control for. Laundry science for decades has shown us that our neighbor could have a completely different experience than we do. Laundry is influenced by the agitation, the textiles, the type of textile, if we're putting synthetic or natural fibers, the soil quantity, so what type of soil we're putting in there, the type of detergent, our water quality. These things all kind of intermingle in the wash machine and decide on the outcome. And so you and your neighbor can have the same machine, but you have different soil because you have different babies, or you have a slightly different water quality. And so I would recommend that you start simple and you add steps, because when you start simple, you can understand which element is going wrong. And we can take a look and we can go, maybe we need more agitation, maybe we need more detergent, maybe we need something else. And one of the most impactful decisions you can make when trying to figure out your wash routine is to understand some of this foundational information, which I'll go more in depth into in the 102 and maybe on YouTube as well. But also finding one person to trust and walk you through things. When we ask questions in big groups, we can get a lot of big answers, and you have to find the one that works for you. And sometimes the first step is to sit down with somebody and try to understand what the problem is and be like, I'm having this problem, and pick their brain. I get a lot of problems in my DMs, and I don't always know the answer because I didn't have that problem. So I am troubleshooting just as much as you are. And we are working on building a resource on the podcast, on the guest stories about how to kind of navigate that troubleshooting. But really, everybody is troubleshooting together at the same time. And the only way you're going to learn to wash your cloth diapers is just by doing it. And you might have a problem, and we can just adjust. We can adjust the amount of detergent. We can adjust the amount of agitation. We can adjust the water temperature. We can adjust the agitation length. We can adjust things. It's easy to adjust as we go, as we see our diapers getting clean or not getting clean. Sure, some people will try to set us up for success with all these worksheets or all of these guidelines of water testing. And I just want to demystify that it's just laundry and that you can trust yourself to do it. Anyways, that was a longer ramble than I wanted to. So I kind of believe in a 3-step wash routine process. The first step is that you're going to remove the poop. We do not put poop in washing machines. There is one caveat and one exception. Breastfed poop is most likely water soluble. And if you listen to the episode on poop, we do talk a lot about the different types of poop. But most poop needs to be removed from the diaper in some way. Also, heavy pees are best rinsed out. So overnight pees, toddler pees, rinse that out. Most poop is removed. We're not putting poop in the diaper. Breastfed poop, kind of that exception. You can toss it in. But we're removing a lot of the poop from the diaper. And in this step, you can also rinse your diapers. So you can either rinse by hand or you can do a quick rinse cycle in the machine. There's a few different beliefs on the pre-wash cycle. So you can either consider the poop removal process your pre-wash, or you can do another pre-wash. And a pre-wash is like a quick 15-minute cycle with a small amount of detergent. Once our diapers are kind of this baseline clean, they're free of poop and they're free of a little bit of the urine, we're going to do that main wash. That's that second step. So step 1 is removing the poop and the pee, and that's either doing it by hand or it's this pre-wash cycle. And then step 2 is tossing your diapers in the machine and doing a heavy agitation cycle with a good amount of detergent. I don't have a lot of detergent rules. The only detergent rule I have is don't use a detergent with added fabric softener. But follow the package on your detergent. What does it say for the amount of load size and soil that you're doing? Add that to your machine and go from there. Of course, if you are already making tweaks to your detergent levels because of water hardness, make those tweaks as needed. A lot of times people with hard water will need to add a little bit more detergent, and people with soft water will need to use a little bit less. You likely have already made those adaptations. You know that if you use the full amount of detergent in your machine, when washing clothes, your machine gets angry. So follow and make those adjustments. Or if you know that if you add what you need to add and your machine and your diapers get like way not clean, add a little bit more. Most detergent brands that I work with and talk to, they don't advocate for additives like water softeners. They advocate for adjusting the amount of detergent. So starting on the package is a good place to start, and then making tweaks based on how that experience can happen. And you might be able to make the tweak already because you are a strong, confident laundry doing person. And then the third step, after your diapers have gone through this wash cycle with detergent and a rinse, is to dry them. You can simply toss them in the dryer if you want. Or if you're looking to prolong the life of your diapers, then hang them to dry. The dryer is not inherently evil. The dryer just will break down fibers, elastics a little bit longer. And this is one of those things where you gotta, okay, what's more important to me? Is this long-lasting length of my dry diapers more important to me? Do I want my diapers to last forever and ever and always be perfect? Or do I need to just dry them? Find something that works for you. You don't have to be scared of the dryer. The dryer is, like most of our clothes, not recommended because a high heat environment can be hard on textiles. But find something that works for you. And when in doubt, reach out to your brand. Your brand will have best practices based on the particular fibers and diapers that they have. This quick and easy wash routine where I talked about removing the poop, rinsing out the diapers, washing the diapers, and then drying the diapers is essentially what most brands are recommending, but they may have steps to help further clean their diapers, and don't be scared to talk to them one-on-one. They can help you troubleshoot. They have seen so many different scenarios. And most cloth diaper brands, most cloth diaper retailers are here to support you and ensure that you have a successful cloth diapering experience. And I don't want you to avoid warranties, and I don't want you to get on their bad side. And I don't want to get on their bad side. So reach out to them for support, check with them. But in essence, the how to wash a cloth diaper is as simple as removing the poop, rinsing out the yuck, washing the diaper, and then drying it. It is simple if you keep it simple. Embrace the simplicity of it and add steps if you need to. These additional steps are really going to vary from person to person, and they are hard to predict. And we are all just parents doing the best that we can with the resources that we have and what we know. And so I don't like putting a lot of pressure on a group of people, because any group of people, I feel like it's just a popularity contest. But nonetheless, if this whole entire process of washing diapers intimidates you and you are like, do I really have to do that? Is that really how you cloth diaper? I'll let you know that there is one more secret the cloth diaper community is hiding, and we need to talk about more, and that is the diaper service. That is right. Diaper services are making a comeback. They are coming back in your small towns, your big cities. They are coming back. In the 90s, we saw the disappearance of the diaper service, but in the 20s, right now, diaper services are coming back, and they want you to succeed. And yes, their price tag can be scary, but I think that that's only because they are not popular enough yet. They're trying to make it work with what they've got. Diaper services can be a fantastic way to cloth diaper without doing the diaper laundry yourself. Diaper services have so much potential, and you might have a diaper service in your area that you don't even know about. It's hard to market, guys. Marketing in this day and era is so difficult. That's why I'm always saying, Google it. Ask somebody in your local group first, because you never know who you might have near you that you don't know about. I work for a local maternity boutique, and she's been in business for like 5 years now, and people still walk through our doors and they go, I didn't know you existed. I wish that this existed when I was pregnant. I smile and nod, and then I think, she's been in business for 5 years and she has an advertisement on the radio. But there is so much noise out there, and it's so hard to find things. So if you are looking for a brand, if you are looking for a diaper service, start asking around. Put it in Google, put it in on your local mom group on Facebook, and see what people know, because there is always somebody surprising you. And I think that's all I got right now. All right, the best way to cloth diaper is just to keep it simple. And I want you to know that you can do it, you can keep it simple, and you got this. The Cloth Diaper Podcast 101 series will continue next week when we talk about when to start cloth diapering. If you haven't noticed already, I thought this 101 would be great. We could go through the what, who, where, when, how, what, all those, like, what's that, 5 W's. And so we'll talk about when to start cloth diapering next. And then the Cloth 101 series will kind of expand into some more detailed conversations. I had this big course written out that I was going to do, and I have a few other written out things. You can find like the written blogs for these on simplymombailey.com. That is my personal blog where I write reviews. And I also have the transcriptions of these on the Cloth Diaper Podcast show notes. But we are going to talk about the different types of diapers. We are going to talk about more in depth about how many diapers you need, wash routines, making sense of the cloth diaper market, cloth diaper banks and libraries. And we're going to talk about prepping diapers, troubleshooting, overnight cloth diapering, newborn cloth diapering, potty learning, and becoming a cloth diaper influencer. This content just takes a while for me to continue to create. If you're looking for an easier way to consume it, pick up my book, Cloth Diapers, The Ultimate Guide to Textiles, Washing, and More. It is available. I have it self-published on Ingram Spark, so you can pick it up through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, World Depository, and if you're local to me in Prince George, British Columbia, I have a big case of them as well. And the clothdiaperpodcast.com is a wealth of information, and check out brand groups for great one-on-one support. I really like a lot of the cloth diaper brands are doing some incredible things, creating their own communities that are safe, welcoming, and supportive. So until next time, bye.